Alrighty. Howdy neighbors, and welcome back to Mandemon. Last time we met a couple of characters. Our character has amnesia, so everything's getting explained to us, which is nice. I don't know why things are the way they are, but apparently it's more of like a working school, it looks like. And we're working on farming, and we were told to come over here because there's an emergency. We just got to school, so let's see what the emergency is. I stared blankly at the wooden school building in front of me, just really searching for its memories in my mind.
連海学園、もう10年近く暮らしてる場所だよ。ここも忘れちゃったのか?
Renkai Academy. This is a place where we spent nearly 10 years. You haven't blanked on that, right? So 10 years. We've been at the school. I shook my head silently.
あるのは本当にかすかな印象だけです。
Only very vague impressions. Nah, I still can't remember.
ほとんどの生徒は小学校からここに強制的に入れられて家族と離れ離れになったんだ。
Most students have been forced to be placed at this school since elementary, separated from their families.
どうしてそんなことに?
That's cruel.
大人たちはみんな前線に行かなきゃいけないからさ。俺たちも卒業したらここを出て前線に行くんだ。
Because all of the adults have to go to the front lines. And after we graduate, we'll also leave here to go to the front lines.
前線。僕たちは誰かと戦ってるんですか?
Front lines, who are we fighting against?
聞くところによると、いろんな国と同時に戦争してるらしい。今の情勢はわからないよ。俺ら後方に情報はあまり伝わってこないからな。
It is said that we are simultaneously at war with many countries. I'm also not very clear on the situation. The information from the rear is always lacking. I looked at the students around me, walking with the school direction with glazed expressions, as if they were puppets.
みんな毎日こんなに長い山道を歩いて労働に行くんですか?
Do we have to walk this long mountain road every day for work?
うん。山では作物が育たないからな。まあ慣れたけど。
Well, we can't grow crops up in the mountains, but we have long gotten used to it. Ding ding.
学校に戻った各クラスの生徒は休憩した後に整然と講堂に集合してください。各クラスの委員長は会議室に集まってください。
All students from each class, please return to the school and gather in the auditorium after the break. Class monitors, please gather in the conference room. Upon hearing the school announcement, everyone walked straight through the school gate. The interior of the school appeared somewhat antiquated, but meticulously designed, exuding a sense of a bygone era. Students entered the school gate one after the other, their faces tinged with unease. A short-haired girl in school uniform hurriedly passed by us. Upon noticing us, she stopped in her tracks.
お、あやめさん。
Ayame.
さとみ、体調はどう?
Tell me, how are you feeling?
Huh?
委員長に報告しといたぞ。さとみがまた記憶をなくしたようだって。
Tori's lost his memories again.
そうね。ご苦労様。
That's so. Looks like it will trouble you again to take care of him.
いえいえ。
That's so kind of you to say so, but it's my pleasure.
私は宇津木あやめ。3組の委員長よ。改めて言うのちょっと変な感じだけどよろしくね。
I'm Tsuki Ayame, the class monitor. Though it may sound strange to say so, nice to meet you.
はい。よろしくお願いします。
Nice to meet you.
さて、私は会議室に向かうからお先に。
Class monitors are going to the conference room for a meeting now, so I'll excuse myself.
そうだ。何があったんだ?
What happened?
むしろ私も知りたいくらいよ。
I must say, I'm also very curious to know what happened.
夜に全校集会なんて今までなかったじゃない?
It seems that we have never held a school-wide meeting in the evening before, from what I recall.
そう言われると確かに。
Now that you mention it.
つまりそれだけ緊急性があるってこと。
In other words, there is a necessity for such an urgent gathering.
もしかして敵襲か?
could be an enemy attack.
今はとにかく
Who knows?
2
Anyway,
人は先に行動に集合しておくように。
we all should gather in the auditorium first.
了解した。
Understood. Saying that, soon we hurriedly left.
ところで本当にあんたのことを気にかけてるんだな、委員長は。
The class monitor really cares about you.
そうなんでしょうか。
Is that so?
そうだよ。だってあんたの体調だけを聞いてくれたんだ。
Indeed, with so many students, she only inquired about your well-being.
もしかしてあんたに惚れてるんじゃないか？
Could be that she has taken a liking to you. Oh, she likes you.
まさか。それに僕は彼女のことを全然覚えてなくって。
How could that even be? I don't even remember anything about her.
冗談さ、冗談。
Just kidding, just kidding. What should I say to Sunaga? God, that was his name. I was like, who? Let's go down this hole. I only looks like a nice
宇津
person.
井委員長、確かにいい人そうですね。
Or Ayame, sorry. He does seem like a nice person. Speaking, I felt a bit embarrassed. I could only lower my head and glance at Sunaka's reaction with the corner of my
やっ
eye.
ぱりそう思うだろう。穏やかで物事を論理的に考えられる人だぞ。
So, you think the same way, huh? With a calm personality and a logical way of thinking.
でも彼女は数年前に別の拠点から転校してきたからまだ付き合いが浅いんだ。個人的にはあまり信用できてない。
However, she transferred from another stronghold a few times ago. That's a sentence. Since we haven't had much time to bond, gotta admit, I've made to fully trust her.
別の拠点とは？
あ
Another stronghold.
あ、知らなかった。僕たちみたいな後方も敵の爆撃の標的になる可能性があるんだ。
Oh, you didn't know. Even rare areas like ours become targets for enemy bombings.
でも連海学園は隠れた場所に建てられてるから安全性は保証されてるよ。多分な。
But Renkei Academy is built so discreetly, so there is a guarantee of safety. That's all about to go to shit when we head into the auditorium. An emergency meeting. It has something to do with enemy bombings.
早めに行動に行きませんか？
Didn't they say we have to go to the auditorium?
そうだな。行こうか。
You said it, let's go. Dots. More dots. Even more dots. When we arrived at the auditorium, the sky had already turned completely dark. Inside the dimly lit wooden auditorium, only a few lamps flickered, enveloping the entire space in an atmosphere of gloom. Rumbling. A deep, resonating vibration emanated from underground, resembling the sound of machinery in motion. The colossal mechanical noises came to a low growl of a beast, filled us with unease. The students around us whispered in hushed voices, speculating about the possibility of some secretive military apparatus being activated. I had intended to approach Sonaga and have a chat to alleviate my inner unease. However, Sonaga was engrossed in a serious conversation with another classmate, and I didn't want to disturb them, so I gave up on that idea. Returning to my original spot, the unease in my heart grew increasingly intense. What should I do? If you will all excuse me. Look at other students. I decided to observe the other students in the auditorium. Some of the surrounding students were engaged in hushed conversations, their expressions filled with tension. It seemed that gathering in the auditorium at night was indeed an extraordinary event for them. However, these students mostly gave off a sense of emptiness. Some furrow their brows deeply, while others stare straight ahead, seemingly lost in thought. This is easily understandable. After all, in this uncertain era of war, it is easy for people to become numb. Just as I was thinking this, a tall, slender female student caught my attention. She was dressed neatly, in a sailor uniform, giving off an impression of sharpness and competence. Several classmates surrounded her. She appeared to be a central figure among the students. Her eyes were bright and mature, giving off a reliable impression. She's a senior student. It seems like all these students are taller than me. At that moment, she seemed to notice me.
何か用か
May I ask what's the matter?
その
Well, pathetic. I couldn't even utter a complete sentence. Couldn't bear their gaze upon me, so I quickly walked away from them. Nice. Dots, more dots, even more dots. We're so smooth. After a while, I suddenly felt an urgent need to use the toilet. Perhaps it was because I had been so thirsty before and had drunk too much water, so I found a water source. However, to my embarrassment, I realized that I had forgotten the location of the toilet. I looked towards Tsunaga, who was still engrossed in a discussion with other classmates.
どうした？
Something happened.
トイレってどこですか？
No, but can you tell me where the toilet is?
ああ、それなら講堂出て階段を降りて左にまっすぐ行くとあるよ。
Let's go downstairs to the left after leaving the auditorium. And keep going straight.
今ちょっとついていけないんだけど、一人で大丈夫か？
I can't leave right now. Can you manage on your own?
はい、多分大丈夫です。
I should be able to. On the left side, keep walking. Found it. That should be it. Inside of the wooden toilet, a dim light flickers. Night wind is chilling, sending shivers down my spine. In the mountains, the sound of wild beasts howling could be heard. Oh, hope no one come here. Sounds of the wind, beasts, and shivers down my spine. I finished up quickly and head back. As I was pulling my pants ready to leave, I suddenly caught a strong scent of blood. But that's just my imagination, or a trick of the mind. I don't know the source of the smell. I made it back to the corridor.
あれ、
What's going on? Where am I? The corridor looks different. Oh wait, could it be that I knowingly took a wrong path? While lost in thought. Perhaps my memory playing tricks on me again. Flickering lights of the corridor create an eerie atmosphere, instilling a sense of fear. The auditorium, by the way. Each step I take, the scent of blood grows stronger. See it further into the depths of the corridor, one step at a time. Reach the doorway to the room. Come to a halt. Standing here, the intensity of the blood scent reaches peak. Most of the blood smell was in the very room. By the way, I took off the blood. So all images that would have blood and gore don't. Or at least don't have too much. So we should be good on that. I did not take off flashing lights though, so that warning is still in effect. My heart pounded relentlessly. For I had a premonition of something lurking within. I peered inside, but it was pitch black. Unable to discern anything. I go in and take a look. No, I can't. I have to go back to the auditorium. However, despite my thoughts, my body involuntarily began to move toward the room. Just as I was about to step aside, someone closed the door.
ダメでしょう。学生は中に入ってはいけません。
Hi! Sorry, but you can't go in. The person who closed the door stood right beside me. It's a middle-aged man with hair that turned completely white. Is he a teacher at the school?
どうしてここにいるのですか？生徒は皆講堂に行ったはずですよ。
What brings you here? Aren't all the students supposed to be in the auditorium?
僕は
おやおや、講堂の場所を忘れてしまいましたか？講堂は反対側ですよ。
I should figure where the auditorium is. It's in the opposite direction. He pointed in the opposite direction where I had come from. I see, so I've been going the wrong way.
さあ、早く行きなさい。
Now hurry up and go.
最近は何かと危険が多いので、一人では行動しないようにしてくださいね。では、くれぐれもお気をつけて。
It's been quite dangerous lately. Don't go out alone. Be careful.
はい。
Look out the window.
雨が降りそうですね。
Looks like it's gonna rain. And then he left. But be careful. Careful of whom? Watched his departing figure, and doused the rose in my heart. Dots, more dots, even more dots.
ああ、やっぱり雨が降ってきたな。
It's raining after all. Sound of a sparse rain could be heard outside the window.
あ、重幸、結構時間かかったな。
Tell me. What a while, weren't you?
はい、少し迷ってしまって。
It took a little longer than
こ
expected.
いつも帰ってきたし、あの話を聞かせてやろうか。
Since Satomi is back, why don't you tell him about that matter too?
あの話って。
That matter. On hearing Kobayashi's words, Tsunaga furrowed his brow. Dots. Kobayashi seemed to have grasped something, and he turned his head to the side.
ところで、遅いよな、先生たち。
Speaking of which, those teachers are so slow. Tsunaga looked at the window.
待つしかないだろ。どうせ学級委員会が長引いてるんだろ。
Just wait. You have to wait for the class monitor's meeting to finish first anyway.
ただの雷だ。落ち着きなさい。
Everyone calm down, it's just thunder. At that moment, a deep voice of a middle-aged man resonated in the stage of the auditorium. Homie just apparated. Nah, I don't trust it. No. The fuck not. I felt the sound and glanced over. I'm like to see a remarkably robust man standing in the center of the stage with his hands in his pockets. His skin had a tinge of brown, emanating a subtle, healthy glow. Neatly combed black hair accentuated his sharp and powerful facial features.
おっと、井上先生やっと来たか？
It seems Mr. Inoue has finally shown up. He used to be the teacher at the school. His voice carried an air of authority, instantly calming the rest of the students in the auditorium.
皆さん、お待たせして申し訳ない。いくつかの不測の事態が発生したため、少し時間がかかってしまいました。
I apologize for keeping you all waiting. The school has encountered some unexpected circumstances which caused a delay.
皆さんもご存知の通り、国は今非常に危機的な状況にあります。全国民は一致団結して今の困難を乗り越えなければなりません。
As we all know, our country is currently facing a very perilous moment. The entire nation should come together and overcome the current difficulties.
本校は創立以来、皆さん生徒と我々教師の一丸となった努力によって何の事故もなく皆さんと一緒に順調に今日まで歩んでこれました。
Since its establishment, our school has relied on the understanding and efforts of all the teachers and students. We have never experienced any accidents and have smoothly reached where we are today.
しかし、今日起きた悲劇は現状に対する疑念を抱かせるものです。
However, the tragedy that occurred today made me doubt the current situation. We pause for a moment.
学校で最も尊敬されている如月先生が今朝殺害されました。
The highly respected teacher, Mr. Kisaragi, was murdered this morning.
これは非常に衝撃的な悲劇です。なぜ私のような不詳の教師ではなく、如月先生のような皆さんに愛されている先生がどうして殺されることになったのでしょうか。
This is an incredibly shocking tragedy. Why? If it was someone like me, an unworthy teacher, it would be different. But why would someone kill a beloved teacher like Mr. Kisaragi?
我々の調査によると、如月先生は校庭で何者かに襲われて死亡したようです。彼が死んだ時の悲惨な姿を思い出すだけで胸が痛みます。
According to the initial investigation by the teachers, Mr. Kisaragi was attacked and killed by someone within the school building. The horrifying state in which he was found still haunts my thoughts.
その後、この近くの部隊と連絡を取りました。現在、そちらからの指示を待っています。
I've contacted the nearest military unit and are awaiting their instructions.
しかし、上層部からの指示が来るまでただ待っているだけではいけません。教師をこの学校で 好き勝手にさせておくことができるでしょうか。全校生徒、そして全教師に脅威を与える存在を見逃すことができるか。
Clearly, we cannot sit idly by until orders from the higher authorities. How can we tolerate the presence of a culprit brazenly threatening the safety of all the teachers and students at the school? What if it was us? Or you just don't remember anything? Well, a whole gonta.
もしこれを完全に外部の敵がやったことなら、皆さんはそれほど怯えなくてもいいのですが、しかし残念ながら最悪の場合、教師はおそらくこの行動の中にいます。今この場所に皆さんの隣にいるかもしれない。
If we could consider this act as something done by a despicable enemy, it wouldn't be so distressing. Unfortunately, the reality is far worse. The culprit is likely right here in this auditorium, right now, in our midst. The surrounding students erupted into a commotion. I discreetly lifted my gaze to observe their expressions. Heavy, sorrowful, saddened, and some even showed signs of anger. It seems that Mr. Kisaragi was truly beloved among the students. Despite this, I couldn't help but feel puzzled. Why was Mr. Inui so certain that the murderer must be a student?
すべての生徒は夕食後に教室に戻り、本日の行動をクラス委員長に報告してください。
After dinner, all students are to return to their classrooms and report their activities to their class monitors. Please cooperate with your class monitor in completing the records for today. Following that, Mr. Inui also briefed us on the upcoming heavy rain that was likely to pour down for the next few days, urging us to be prepared. However, the students seemed uninterested in the weather, their minds seemingly fully absorbed in contemplating the murder of Mr. Kisaragi. After Mr. Inui's announced the end of the assembly, I suddenly followed the rest of my classmates as we left the auditorium. Dots. More dots. Even more dots. We headed to the corridor to the classroom building, waiting for our names to be called so we could enter the classrooms and undergo questioning as part of the investigation. No one spoke a word. Only the relentless sound of the rain outside of the window, as if echoing the current state of our classmates' hearts. At this moment, Tsunaga was the first to break the silence.
やっぱり妙だよな。
It's really strange, isn't it?
何がさ。
What?
井上って生徒がやったとなんでそんなに確信してるんだ。
Is Inoue really certain it was a student who did it?
まあ、あいつがそう言ってるなら何か証拠を持ってるんだろ。
Since he said that, he must have corresponding evidence, right?
でもそれおかしいだろ。
But this is really strange, isn't it?
どこが？
What's strange about it? Someone was literally murdered. Kobayashi, come on, man.
如月先生は今朝まで生徒たちに授業をしてたんだろ。全校の生徒は今日の午後は山下で労働に参加してた。もし犯人が生徒だったら昼休みの短い時間で反抗しなきゃいけないんじゃないか。
Didn't Kisaragi have classes with the students this morning? And all the students were down the mountain for a farming course this afternoon. If the culprit is a student, wouldn't they have to commit the murder within this short lunchtime?
よく考えてみろよ。昼食は食堂でみんなほとんどいつも一緒だったんだぞ。
Think about it. We were all in the canteen during lunch, practically together all the time, right?
ね、人一人殺すなんてそんなに時間かからないし、ちょっとした空き時間で十分だろ。
So what? Murder doesn't require a long time, just small opportunity is enough. But Nue mentioned that Kisaragi's death was quite gruesome. If there was blood involved, it would be difficult to clean up properly in a short amount of time.
だから井上先生はクラス委員にみんなの行動を記録させてるんだろう。合わない奴がいたら怪しいってことだよな。
That's why Inoue had the class representative document everyone's actions, right? It would be suspicious if someone's alibi didn't match up.
ああ、そうだね。だから一人ずつ呼んで聴取してるんだろ。
Now you're talking. That's why they're calling each person in one by one to report their whereabouts. At that moment, I also spoke up. team crime.
もし犯人が一人じゃなかったら。
What if it wasn't an individual act?
いや、ただ複数人で犯罪を行う場合、このように一人ずつ今日の行動を聞くのは意味がないと思うんですけど。
Never mind, I was just thinking. If it was a team effort, wouldn't it be pointless to question everyone's actions one by one like this?
でも本当にいるのか？学校で如月先生を特に恨んでるグループなんて。
But is there really such a group? A group within the school that holds a special grudge against Mr. Kisaragi?
そうだよな。坂口みたいなやつならまだしもな。何しろ如月先生は先生にも生徒にも愛されてるぞ。
Yeah, exactly. It would make more sense if the target was someone like Saguchi. Or, oh my god. Sakaguchi. But Mr. Kisaragi is beloved by both teachers and students. Hard to imagine anyone having a grudge against him.
ところでこの事件自体も変だよな。グループでやったとしても個人でやったとしてもどうして犯行に及んだのか全然理解できない。
Speaking of which, this whole situation is strange enough. Not to mention a team effort. Even an individual act is hard to fathom. I can't think of any motive for the crime.
国家に不満？それか社会への復讐とかでしょうか。
Satisfaction with the government? Subtle revenge?
バカ言え。そんなことで一人二人の先生を殺したって何の意味もないぞ。
Fool. What's the point of killing one or two teachers for something like that?
それにそういうことを口に出すな。危ないぞ。
Don't go around talking about this. It's dangerous. You started it!
おいおい、そんな話をするなら俺は何も知らないことにするからな。
Hey, if you're gonna discuss this, count me out.
さとみ、委員長が呼んでるぞ。
Tell me, it's the class monitor's calling for you.
ああ、重幸の番か。
Looks like it's your turn. It's already my turn so soon.
はい。
心配しなくても大丈夫だ。あやめは話しやすい人だから。
There's nothing to worry about. Sugi is easy to talk to.
そうなんですか。
I see.
じゃあ
I went too fast, I'm sorry. I opened the classroom door and found Utsugi inside.
さとみ来たね。
So tell me, you're here. Utsugi sat in the front row of the dimly lit classroom. When she saw me enter, she looked up and greeted me. Urashima nodded at me as well.
君たちはいつも一緒にいるから二人で一緒に聞き取りしようと思って呼んだのよ。問題ないね。
Since you two are usually together, I called both of you here to make a record. Is that okay?
構わないです。
Okay.
浦島がさっき言ってたけど午後は一緒に休憩所に行ったんだね。
Earlier, Urashima mentioned that you two went to the resting area together in the afternoon.
それは覚えてないです。
I don't remember
大丈
that.
夫。他の生徒が目撃してるから。
It's alright, other classmates witnessed it.
君が寝てしまった後彼女が水を探しに行って目を覚ましたら二人で作業場所に戻った。これは事実？
After you fell asleep, she went to get water for you. When you woke up, you both returned to the field together. Is this fact correct?
はい。
Yes.
で彼女が水を探しに行っている間里美は一人で休憩所にいたのね。
During the time Urashima went to get water, you were alone in the resting area, right?
おそらく。
証人はいる？
Is there anyone who could testify? Wait, what does she mean? Is she suspecting me?
安心して。君を疑ってるわけじゃないから。
Don't worry, I'm not suspecting you. Utsugi seemed to read me like an open book.
水を探しに行ってる時間もせいぜい20分くらいだし山を登り降りするには足りないから。
Originally, it only takes about 20 minutes to find water, which is not enough time to go up and down the mountain.
まあそう片道だけでも40分はかかりますもんね。
Yeah, if it's one way, it would take at least 40 minutes.
でもヘリコプターみたいな乗り物があれば5分で済む。
Yes, but if we use a transportation like a helicopter, it would only take 5 minutes.
ヘリコプターを知らなかった？ 図書館の本に書いてあるよ。
Don't you know? It's written in the books in the library. You think I read? I can also imagine what that thing looks like.
里見には羽もないし、ここにヘリコプターもないから、里見は無罪だと思うよ。
There are no wings on Satomi. And no helicopters here. Satomi is innocent. That's what I think.
そうだ。もう一つ。目を覚ました後、坂口が入ってきたのを見たんでしょ？
Oh, by the way, after you woke up, did you see Sakaguchi?
はい。
私たちのクラスの生徒じゃないけれど、一応確認しておきましょう。
Although he's not a student in our class, let's confirm it just in case.
じゃあこれで終わり。二人ともお疲れ様。
Oh, then that's it. Thank you for your
こ
cooperation.
れでいいんですか？
Is that really enough?
ええ、そうよ。まだ聴取しなきゃいけない生徒がたくさんいるから、時間がないの。
Yes, it is, because there are many other students waiting to ask questions. We need to make good use of our time.
二人とも、今夜はドアや窓をしっかり閉めて、不審な気配に注意を払うように。
Both of you remember to lock the doors and windows tonight. Stay safe. I and Urashima return to the corridor. And I am going to end this episode here. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you later.